What's up, all you beautiful people? Your boy, the Vaslap, is in the building, and, well, we've got a new tactic. Is it strikerless? Yes. Is it working? Not really. Let's get into the game. Let's have a look. And here we are into the game. As you can see, we are at the bottom only because of goal difference. Although I feel like it shouldn't be goal difference because they got -7, we -4. So I'm not sure how that plays out like that. I mean, we can click on the match rules. Pretty sure I clicked match rules. There we go. Doesn't really say. Results between teams, goal difference. Teams' records against other teams other than the same point will be sorted by the following rules. Goal difference and then goal scored. We're on -7, they're on -4. We have the same amount of points. We have scored more goals than them. I'm confused. Anyway, that's where we're at. We're at the bottom. In terms of our fixtures, from, of course, the last time you saw us, where we had two very good results, drawing with BK, Maxlin, and not such a good result. I thought the Lido one was, and I realized Lido aren't in our promotion. We have been on a pretty much poor run of form. We did lose to Nerman, Grando, Bait, Borisov, Torpedo, Belaz, Zondino, Slavia Marias, and Vitebsk. All matches, some of the matches we should have been winning. We did beat the team that is below us in Dnipro Mongliev, drew with Dynamo Minsk, and most recently beating FC Minsk, who I'm not sure how we beat them, because when we started against them, they were 7th. And a loss dropped them down to 12th. Anyway, today we got 3 games for you. We're taking on 3 games, mixed bag, really. It's Slatisk, it's Dynamo Brest, and Gommel. And we can have a look there. Slatisk are, 1 point above us in 13th. Dynamo Minsk are 3 points above us in 10th. And Gommel all the way 8 points above us in 5th. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot that 8 points separates 5th from basically 16th. But considering that there's only 32 games in the season and we've already gone through 1/3 of it, these 3 games are huge for us. We beat Slatisk, we beat Dynamo Brest, we do get under the relegation, and then I'm hoping for at least a draw against Gommel. Question is, what tactic have we switched to? Well, it's still strikerless. It's just gone to 3 defenders. One of them is injured, another one is suspended for this game, so that's not great. And yeah, basically it's very similar to what we had, except a little bit more defensive minded because we've just been conceding so many. We did manage to score 4 goals in the last game, and Petrovic picked up 2, Safi picked up 2. So, I mean, maybe it's working for them. Callahan, a bit disappointing, 1 goal, 1 assist so far. We're going to stick with him, though, because I don't really have other options. Zajcek, our only other centre-back, is injured, so Karpovic will drop to that position, and he will just switch over with Brodgardi. Radin. Where's our left? Oh, there is Brennick. Not natural wing back, so there's that. Yeah, and then Kurnik, our centre mid. I mean, I'm going to go with Korolov. He's been pretty good when we played him in that position. In terms of the bench, it does mean we have 2 options available, so I'll probably just bring up 2 guys from the youth academy. This is the team that is going to start, though. It's Van Bever in goals, Kompovic, Korshin, and Bodrogi, Radkov, Brinchuk, Zinkoev, Korolev, Petrovic, Callahan, Safi. There we go, our 4 international slots. I did realize that you can't bring on a 5th foreign player. It has to always be taken off for another foreign player. So yeah, that's going to cause some issues once Textera arrives as well on that left-hand side. Although Safi's playing so well with Chernak out for the next 3 months, It's going to be a bit of an interesting one to see how Textera is going to fit into the squad. And who do we drop in terms of the internationals? At the moment, Callahan looking like more likely to be the one that we drop. Anyway, let's go to the game. Right, so we're kicking off. Of course, we switched to this tactic 3 games ago. So far, it's produced a draw, a loss, and a 4-0 victory. Granted, sorry, there's a pen in my glasses. Granted, the loss was to a team that is currently first in the league, and the draw was to a team currently, well, at that time, was 5th in the league. They did, I think they've gone up to 3rd now. I can't remember where they are, but yeah, it's proven to be better in terms of us scoring goals. We've scored 6 from it. I mean, we have conceded now 4 from it. We drew the one. Actually, no, 5, because we lost 2-0 and drew 2-2. Was it 1-1? I think it was 2-2. So yeah, 5th goal. So I mean, we're scoring 6. We're conceding 5. Is not the ideal team. When we are away, we do have a positive mentality. When we're at home, we switch to attacking. But I will switch it up every now and then in the game and really try and utilize the different mentalities. I feel like when we're away from home, we tend to back off a little bit. So maybe I would switch that up and say when we're away, we go attacking, really bring it to them. Zinchenko, Callahan, someone try and play that ball through, man. Callahan is through. And he shoots. You got a question at some point, did we overspend a little bit on Callahan? I still have hope for him. I know he's a good player. I know he's a very solid player. But at the moment, he's not the player that we wanted, if that makes sense. I feel like there's still space for him in the squad. He just maybe needs to get a bit of boost in confidence, like Safi and Petrovic have found here. Callahan is through on goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper. This time the keeper makes a save, and it's coming. It's coming. The 3-man sort of strikerless attack, all 3 playing as shadow strikers, really does help a lot. Then Croshan's header just over the top. And you know what? I'm gonna shout some words of encouragement just to, you know, get the boys in there. Callahan especially needs it. He didn't react to it. Everybody else reacted to it. Petrovic, Zirkov, Zovinchko, sorry, not Zirkov. Korolev, Safi, back to Brinic, Safi. Beautiful ball in for Korolev. How many one-on-one chances are we going to miss? How many one-on-one chances are we going to miss? Because that could be the difference between us winning a game and losing a game. There is a part of me that wants to maybe push Callahan as a sort of a deep lying forward rather, and let him drop down into that position rather than him moving up into that position. I think it might help. I don't know. Mendevev moves it to the back post. Eken with the header. Should we try that for the second half? Play Callahan as a deep lying forward rather than shadow striker, and then those two occupy that spot. I think we might do that. I've got to try something just to try and get more. I don't know. I mean, we've taken a lot of shots. We're just not finishing them. So maybe that's the play. I'm going to try it. I mean, it's not. At worst, we just have less shots on target, right? I put him in there as a deep lying forward. You know, even as a poacher, maybe. Let him play on that long line, last line. And then out of possession, he can drop to a attacking midfield. I think that's fine. Because they go wide. I'm going to try that. Why not? I know we have been strikerless for a long time. But let's try it. You know what? And then we're going to go attacking mentality. I think we need to. I think this is the type of game where we need to try and be a little bit more oomph in our attack. I don't know why you guys can't see it, but behind my head, I don't know if you can see it or not, Safi is wearing a goalkeeper top for some reason. Brinchik is injured on the left back. That's not good. I don't have another left back available for this game. At least the next game, our suspended left back should be back. For Draghi, plays to Korolev. Callahan, beautiful ball through. Petrovic can round the keeper. He does round the keeper. Hits the bar. Someone... Safi was just waiting there. Oh, what confusion, but we've pulled one back. Safi, I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Like, he could have finished that a lot earlier. Petrovic runs the keeper, taps it across, hits the crossbar, waits. Everybody, the defender gets a foot out to it. He actually should have just left it because it looked like it was rolling out. And yeah, he played it straight into Safi's. Listen, it's not the prettiest goal. It's not a sexy goal. But it's a goal, and it's going to give us a much-deserved 1 extra point here. All right, we're going to have to make some movements here. But Draghi's going to have to play left wing back. He's the only left-footed defender I have. Brinchik has to come off. Now the problem is we don't have another defender. This is going to cause a problem. Alright, I'm going to bring on Glashkov. Seems to make the most sense. Radkov is not playing great. Can't bring on Zeta Plummer. I don't want to. I do have Zidane on the bench as well. But I want to wait a little bit. I just want to make that one swap now. Do we trust Kalashnikov as a centre-back? Let's see how it goes. I do have another idea that we could potentially use. I've never used it before, but let's fire them up. Okay, no, never mind. Everybody's just angry at me for firing them all up. Alright, we're going to make that next sub. I am going to take off Callahan. We are going to bring on Korichenko, and then I'm also going to take off Radkov and bring on Zetter Plummer to play there. Everybody can see everybody's just upset with me for shouting words of encouragement. And then Korolev for Kukeli as well. Get them a little bit more fresh legs in the midfield. And on that right-hand side, Safi with the corner. Can we clutch this one? I mean, in fairness, we've had so many good opportunities and we just haven't... What is that? It's a penalty. Oh! Martyanov handballed it. Okay, we'll take it. I think Korichenko is our penalty kick taker normally. Petrovic is the second... no, Petrovic is. Okay, I think it's Kolosov, actually. And Petrovic! Assist and a goal to his name. There we go. 3 goals in 2 games for him and Safi, actually. And incidentally, all the assists as well came from Petrovic and Safi. So maybe we might have found our little combination in that attacking midfield. Petrovic, beautiful finish. And I'm kind of liking this poaching role for the striker. It kind of draws some defenders out of position, which allows Safi and Petrovic a little bit more space to maneuver, which I'm kind of enjoying. I'm not going to lie. Free kick for the opposition. I'll go short. Mendevev, our ball is just backing off, and he's taken the opportunity. Almost put that in the back of him. Almost regretted our decision there. But we have played very, very well so far in this second half, especially. We've improved. I think since bringing on sort of a poacher role, even though I don't know if the poacher role might be the way to go. I think a deep lying forward is still maybe a little bit better. I was just trying him out as a poacher, playing on that last line of the defense. But Drogi finding Petrovic. And it does just go over the top. And of course, this is the one game we should have been winning, and we are winning, which is great, because they were the team just above us on the log, which means we do now go ahead of them in the table. You can see we move on into 13th, which is brilliant, because Volna Pisnik lost as well, which helps us propel out of there and now have a 2-goal cushion. And you know what? We're 2 points behind Maxine, Minsk, and Salva Mayor. And 3 points behind Dynamo Minsk, the team we're playing next. Can we keep this good run of form going? I'm back for that game. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And as good as ever. Van Bevering goals, Karpovic, Koroshan, and Bodrogi are going to continue. I've actually decided I'm going to train Karpovic as a centre-back. I know he's got very much capabilities of a centre-mid, but as a centre-back, he's not a bad option. And if we're going to stick to the 3-man centre-back thing, I'm going to need an extra centre-back at least until July, where we can then sign one. But so we're going to stick with that. Koroshan and Bodrogi, Radkov on the right, Radan on the left. He's back from his suspension. What's in? Brushik is fit enough to play, but I'm going to start him on the bench, as well as Kurtanik and Kukeli. All three are just recovering from an injury, so we don't want to push them too hard. Korolev and Zuvenchko will continue in the midfield. Petrovic, Safi, and Callahan decided to play him as a deep-lying forward today. I want to see if that makes a big difference. We are taking on Dynamo Brest. Let's get to that where it was. There we go. It is a home game. I'm going to start with the attacking mentality for this one. Dynamo Brest, of course, start the league. I clicked on the wrong button. I just hate how you have to, like, so many different things to click. You can see here, Dynamo Brest start. Where are they? I actually looked at the wrong team. I was looking at Dynamo Minsk. It's Dynamo Brest. They third. So yeah, that is, we're taking on Dynamo Brest and Gommel, the two top teams. So, I mean, if we can get results against them, it's going to be interesting. You know what? Because they third, I'm going to start with a positive mentality. I'm not going to go gunning from them from the start. Let's see how this goes. We'll get into the game. We're into the game. Sorry, I've paused the game because I was talking for the last few minutes. Realized my microphone wasn't on. So, welcome to the game. Nothing has happened. We had one highlight. They hit the bar. They hit over the top. It wasn't on the bar. Korsev with the header, though, for them. And it just goes over the top. They have been all over us at the moment. You can see that. 4 shots, 3 on target. None from us. We haven't gotten at all in this game. And it's causing me a little bit of heartburn, to be completely honest. Because that one did hit the bar. Very similar to the first highlight we had. It was a corner that hit it, and it was just over. And Dynamo Brest are really piling on the pressure. I'm going to just shout words of encouragement for the boys. Get them back into it. That seemed to help last game. Now all of a sudden everybody's got green, happy, smiley faces except for Safi. He didn't like that. The encouragement. Callahan playing as a deep-lying forward. I mean, to be honest, all 3 of the guys up front haven't really done anything this game because they haven't had the ball enough in the midfield, and they've hit the bar again. Oh, we are living on such borrowed time at the moment. Callahan, look how deep he has to drop just to pick up the ball. Safi, I mean, we've literally got all 11 players out from underneath the halfway line. Oh, that was torturous to actually just watch that a little bit. Oh, this half has been something. We've taken some shots at least, but I suppose we need to be doing better. Although, I mean, we're drawing against a team that's currently in 4th. They were 3rd when we started. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm proud of these guys. They're actually doing quite well considering. Again, they are 3rd. We're in atrocious form. I mean, we say that we won our last 2 games, but we have been on such terrible form as a whole this season. I'm not entirely unhappy with this result. Here we go. Radkov goes to the back post. Safi was lurking. They will clear it as far as Radan. He will try and bring it back in, and Radan has some space to try and maneuver down the wing. Instead, he just says, "Yo, you guys haven't had an attack in a while. Why don't you guys just go through and take a chance, Radan?" Radin. He's he is a liability, but he is the only left back we have available, and that's a penalty.
That was
Zuvchenko gives away the penalty. Number 99 for them steps up. Zenkov takes the shot, and it's going to score that. Ivan Zenkov. Man, and I was saying how happy I was for the team that were playing so well. And then they go give away a penalty. That is disappointing. Bodragi moving it forward now. Karpovic plays across to Radkov. Good ball through. Petrovic has got some space, got players in the box. Fooled the defender and himself a little bit. Zuvchenko makes up for giving the penalty. Sergei Zuvchenko with a cracker of a goal. Well, Petrovic, look, I thought he lost it here when he just stepped over it. Didn't realize where the ball was. Neither did the defender. And Zuvchenko pops that into the back of the net. 1-1. Well. I'm buzzing. I am buzzing. And hopefully this can be a nice little turn of momentum for us. Switching. Oh, I was going to, I'm switching to attacking mentality. Regardless of what happens in this highlight, I am switching to attacking mentality. Let's put a little bit of screws into them now. We've got the momentum. While I was saying that, Kurtsov with the ball now. He goes wide. He's got options in the box. Pulls it back. Pull it back again, and they scored. Even more reason to go attacking now. We need that second goal. I don't want to see that. That was just annoying. We're going to make some swaps. Callahan hasn't been playing well yet again. Korichenko come in there. Elsewhere, Radin has been absolutely poor. I do have Brinchuk on the bench. You know what, Brinchuk, come on. You can do a lot better than what he has. And then, you know what, Safi hasn't been playing well either. I'll bring on Kuleli to play there. We've been training Kuzan, actually. You know what? Kuzan, rather. Let's bring on Kuzan. I've been training him to play there. Let's see if he can actually play there. We need a goal, and we need a goal badly. We're on attacking. I've decided to keep it as attacking. Shouted words of encouragement. We are pressing on. We've got 20 minutes to make something happen in this game. You know what? We're going very attacking. No, I'm not going to do that again. Let's see what happens here with this goal kick first. Van Bever goes long. Not the best long kick, because it's now put him straight back under pressure. With Kurtsov. Finds Novak. Takovic. Oh, what's that? Takchev? I think that's how you say his name. Pulled it wide. We are now going very attacking. I mean, we have to. We absolutely have to. And then I'm going to demand more. We need to just give it everything. And we're getting nothing from it. That's going to hurt. I mean, we fought back hard. We fought back valiantly. Can't be too upset considering they're third in the log. I felt like this one could have caused a little bit of an upset. Felt like we could have caused a little bit of an upset. Man. You know what? We've got another game coming up in the video. We're taking on Gommel. It's in a week's time. Gommel are sitting in 6th. We're still in 13th. We're still 2 points above Slitsk and Volna Pisnik. And 3 points above Dipner Mogiliev. We're only 2 points behind 11th place. So there's still a little bit of hope. We'll come back for the Gommel game. Right, ladies and gents, we're back from the little break we had against Gommel. basically the same team that lost the last game is going to start. It is the same team. I haven't made any changes. Zajcik, our centre back, is still out for another 5 weeks. Yeah. That is basically... I actually am going to make one change, and that's Glashnikov is going to come in for Korolev. That's the only change we're going to do. Korolev hasn't played great. In fact, out of our whole team, only Petrovic has played fine. The rest, not that great. And in fact, Petrovic has picked up another position, so that's great for him. He's learning that position. Safi is also getting a little bit better in that position as well. So by the end of this, hopefully they'll both be attacking midfielders. Let's jump into the game. Taking on Gommel. It is away from home. Let's see what happens. This time I managed to keep my microphone on. I don't know how I switched off last time, but we're underway at... What is the name of the stadium? I don't even know what the name of the stadium is. Yeah, that stadium's name. There we go. Centralny. Yeah. Playing in front of a almost capacity. I mean, it's about half full, which is quite cool to see. We haven't really played many games with quite so many people. But, I mean, we're doing all right, eh? We're doing all right. Van Bever with the goal kick. This is about 9 minutes in. I am going to change that to for him to play short. He's not a long kick guy. We've lost every time. Although this time we haven't lost the ball. And, in fact, Radkov is going to launch it back to Glashnikov, who has now vacated his spot in the midfield. And has suddenly put us under a lot of pressure because it's 3-on-3, and they somehow not take advantage of that 3-on-3 formation. I mean, they had gun us there. Glashnikov, I mean, yeah, let's change that instruction. Goalkeeper distributions played out to the back. Goal kicks is mixed, though. Let's go short goal kicks. Yeah, we're not a long goal kick type of team. We don't have the aerial ability to win balls like that. That's why we tend to keep things a bit low. Sakar with the long range effort. I think, in fact, only what's it, our two wingers? They were the only ones that really headed most of the goals. Yeah, Callahan, not a tall man at all, and in fact, I don't know. I feel like at this point it's almost like we're playing with 10 men because he's not really performing what he should be performing. You know, Radkov, he's got options in the box. Goes long. Callahan is one of them. I did mention about his lack of ability to header a ball. Glashnikov finds Safi. Back to Glashnikov. Hits the crossbar. Radkov, the quickest to react, to get the ball back in, and instead just runs it out for a goal kick. He felt like it was too much effort to try and whoop a cross in and try, you know, maybe do something. Petrovic is injured. Can't afford to keep him on longer. I don't want him to be long-term injury. Olovensky will have to come in there. The most natural replacement. I mean, we have other guys that Kuzan could probably come in there as well, but I'm going to go with Olovensky. Trying to prevent maybe a long-term injury there. I mean, if it's just like a tight thigh or something, that could be great. Radin, it's about a week off. Roshan finding Radkov, who's found the ball to Olovensky. Radin looking for Olovensky. Like we mentioned about his headering ability. On that occasion, it wasn't prominent. Sorry, it happens. We're moving the ball nicely, actually. We're actually not playing too badly today. Half time, it is 0-0. I do think I'm going to switch Callahan back to that different role. I don't think the deep lying forward is actually... It's just causing a bit of a bundle up here in the midfield. It's not really doing its proposed work that I thought it would do. Radkov, though, I mean, if there's one way to stay in the team is to do things like that. You know my feelings about wingback shooting. I mean, that one is, I mean, at half time, I was about to make some changes. Radkov was like, you know what, son? Let me smash it into the back net. That is brilliant. I'll take that goal. There we go. We've looked like the better team, and we've eventually now proving that we are the better team, winning at halftime 1-0. Like I said, I am going to make a little bit of a change. I don't want him to be a... You know, we're going to play him as a channel forward. Maybe... Let him play in and around these two guys. Maybe that might be the play for the second half. Hey, let's see. Let's see. That was a terrible goal kickoff from them. That is a very weird kickoff highlight that we get every now and then. It's happened to me before. It's happened to a lot of teams, and it's just a weird highlight. It really is. This is Radin, moves it forward. And now they got some space with Sakar moving it forward. Pulls it in just a bit too far for Kislev to get a foot to it. They've pulled it back in there. They're trying to just they're trying to walk the ball into the back of the net at this point. And they've done it with Sakar. He looked a little bit offside though. Referee says he's not. That looked a little offside. I'm not going to lie. I mean, oh, that's not the angle I wanted. Keep an eye on him. Because here he comes in. Oh, I don't know. It's difficult to tell from that angle. I feel like that was offside. I don't know. It's going to count either way, that regardless of how I feel. But, I mean, yeah, that's a terrible pass. Karpovic trying to use his midfield mind to try and orchestrate something there. Sakar somehow skips through there. That was a brilliant play. That was a beautiful one too. I can't even be mad at that. That was brilliant. I mean, questions over Karpovic's vision for that one, but look at that. Sakar plays it across him, lets it run through, and then, yeah, Korshan was caught absolutely sleeping on that one. Let's make some swaps. We're looking a little tired there. Callahan not playing great. Bukele, come in there. We'll play you as the channel striker. Olevinsky hasn't been playing great since bringing on, but I'm not that guy. I'm not going to take him off. Glashkanov can come off for Korolev. Give him a bit of a rest. Did come back from injury. And Brodogi also looking a little bit tired. Korchenik come on there. Just to get some fresh legs somewhere around there. I mean, again, we haven't played bad. And we are losing to a team top half of the table. But I feel like this one hurting a little bit more because we've been the better team in the first half. We had the better chances. Radin comes in across, looking for options, finds Korshan, our center back, fallen somewhere, and in the end, I don't know who took that shot. I think it was this guy there. I think it was Zivchenko. And he just ballooned it over the top there crazily. Sakar, who's been causing a whole bunch of problems for us. Goncharik has now got the ball forward for them. Kislev. Sibilev. Raskov looking for Sakar, who hits the bar. And he's offside this time. You know what? I'm going to go attacking mentality. Need to maybe try and do something. Is there a world where... I mean, we've got the goals in us. We're just not scoring them lately. That's been the problem. Radin moving it forward again. And then he just gets dispossessed so easily, but we've won it back. Safi now looking for Zivchenko. Korolev. Orlinsky back to Zivchenko. Oh, yes, boys! That's how we do it. Beautiful goal. Well, if you thought their second goal was good, this was just even better. Orlinsky and Zivchenko, look at the little layup. Defense caught absolutely napping, and he just smashes it home. That was all Zivchenko and Orlinsky, the two of them. Absolutely fantastic. Do we have one more in us? Can we sneak? I mean, look at the stats. Look at the stats. We've been absolutely all over them. And we just cannot find that third goal. I mean, a moment of 6 minutes was all that caused us to fall apart. But I mean, other than that, we were just so much better. It is a draw. I really felt like we could have been winning this one. At halftime, I was feeling very positive. I really, really was. How long is Petrovic out for? That's the big question now. 4 days. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They hold out for the draw, which does mean now in the log, we stay 13th at least. We do go even points with Slutic. 1 point behind FC Minsk. 4 points behind BK and Slavia. We need to start winning some games. Looking at the fixture list, I mean, we've got 2 teams at the bottom of the table. I think Naftan are near the bottom. They're near the top. We've got Naftan. Then we have a team at the bottom in Volna Pisnik. Isloch, BK, Numan, Brad. I mean, those are all top half teams. Bait. And then we have a couple of bottom half teams again. This is going to be a interesting one. You know what, guys? I'm guessing these are the last 3 games. We're coming back for these last 3 games. We'll see. Maybe something interesting happens in between. But I think, yeah, end of season is looking likely. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hit the like button if you did. Even if you didn't, hit the like button anyway. It really helps the algorithms a lot. And it helps me produce these amazing videos for you guys. For now, though, your boy the Vaslap is out of here. Peace and chicken grease.